got another story for you. This one is a model, so for all you people out, for all of you out here that love fashion. Now, there were others before her, but none has crossed over into the mainstream. In 1950s America, Helen Williams became the first black female model to just do that. Born in East Riverton, New Jersey in 1937, she was obsessed with clothes from the early age, just like I am now. She began obsessed with clothes from an early age. She began sewing her own garments at the age of 7. As a teenager, she studied dance, drama, art before getting a job as a stylist at a New York photography studio. While she was spotted on the separator occasion by Lena Horne and Sammy Davis Jr., who happened to be in the studio doing press shots, struck by her beauty. They urged her to take up fashion modeling, and she was just 17. Now, a lot of people back in the days, they used to start out young. That's how I start out my art. I start out drawing at the age of 6. Then I started taking art class at the age of 7 as a teenager. So, too black for fashion. With her trademark ball vein wig, sculpted eyebrows, too long draft neck. Like, see how she got a tall neck right there? I see how she got a tall neck. Her neck is tall. That's why they call it giraffe-like neck. Williams works exclusively for African American magazines such as Ebony and Jet. Now, back in the 60s, Ebony and Jet was the first black magazine, just in case you guys didn't know that. These early years were tough. Not only did the beauties appeal apartheid system exclude all non-white models from mainstream fashion, but within the African American modeling scene itself, the girls were required to be light-skinned, just like the African American choir girls from the 1920s. I was making faces because I was confused. I was too dark to be accepted. That's why the subtitle was like too black for fashion. Perfect in Paris. But she was perfect in Paris. But that was America. The French, by contrast, held a very different view of black beauty, and by 1960, Williams had moved to Paris. Over there, I was in La Belle Americaine. She was proud. She said proudly, she modeled for famous ateliers and designers Christian Dior and jean dresses. That was by the end of her tenure. She was making staggering $7,500 a year, working part-time, and she'd received 3 marriage proposals from French admirers, one of whom kissed her feet and murmured, "I worship the ground you walked in, Mademoiselle." That's cute. Model behavior. After Paris, Williams returned to America, which things had not changed, all for dark-skinned African-American models. While searching for a new agent in New York City, she once waited 2 hours for the reception of one agency to only be told that they had one black model already. Thanks. That was bogus. But Williams never said but Williams' never say die attitude meant that she would not take no for an answer. I was pushy and positive, she said, undeterred at being rejected. The young beauty took her case to a pass. Influential white journalists Dorothy Kilgallen and Earl Wilson took up the case, drawing attention to the beauty continued exclusion of black models. This opens things up for Williams, who was when booked for a flurry of ads for brands such as Budweiser, Loom Talks, and Modest, which cross over for the first time into the mainstream press. And the titles such as New York Times, Life, and Redbook. By 1961, her hourly rate was shot up to $100 an hour. Fashion's lily white membrane had finally been reached. They pay her more in France than they pay her in America. Well, if you work 30 hours a week, so it's $3,000 a week. Never mind. They still think they paid her more than America. The French paid her more than America. Breaking the fashion barrier. It was a pivotal moment in black beauty history, as Williams' success broke the tradition of using light-skinned models. Elites in our group would laugh at somebody if they were totally black. Said models turn out against Ophelia DeVore, and when Williams came along, she was very self-conscious because she was dark. She gave people who were black the opportunity to know that if they applied themselves, they could reach certain goals. Williams, the first beauty to break 400 years to claim that had been brand dark, light skin, and ugly, the same dark skin that was rendered the second class minstrels once ridiculed has been relegated Hollywood's actor as to role as servants and clowns was suddenly beautiful. I was skeptical about that one. I picked this story first of all because it was interesting, and I like her model. I like all her pictures, and they have her smoking a cigarette on a magazine. This article, I found it. It's www.rogundade.com / Helen Williams, the first black female fashion model. That's where I found it at. And I found her on First I found her on a Facebook page called Brown Girl Collective. Another article that I found on Facebook. Well, I hope you enjoy my review. Love you all, a good night.